another combo video. We're always filming. Look, we got to put new side art on this, but we did put new side art on this. Look at this gorgeous Defender. Yes, Joe, this is Joe's side art. Goes right on. Beautiful. Looks terrific. You can order from Joe. Got it on the front piece too. See? To maintain, we had to take the coin door off to put it on, and on this side. Again, looks like brand new. Brand new overlay from Arcade Shops.
Did we double the price?
I guess we should triple it. The original marquee was nice, as is the monitor. The only thing I noticed, Frank, is it's dusty. They've been sanding in there.
14 pounds of Bondo being sanded every day, we expect.
So we'll blow this off before it gets delivered tomorrow. Red T molding.
For the colorblind viewers.
For the colorblind viewer. And now look, we put a new sticker here. Jeff makes these here. And hanging in the baggie right here, 2 extra rams for our customer down the road, should he need them. And in the back here, you'll notice I can stand in comfort now. Oh! There we go. Back here, let me show you what we've done. We took out that wretched power supply. God, that was awful. Put this one in. There's a little fuse here that goes to the coin lights. So in case somebody monkeys around with the coin lights, they don't blow the game up. The fuse will blow. 1 amp slow blow. The logic board was taken out. We've replaced these capacitors in the corner here. And this is a new connector with the triuricon pins. So it grips the pins 3 ways, because you really have to have perfect contact for the 3 voltages so you don't blow up your rams in the corner. We don't think this board will ever give them any more trouble because of this new connector and that nice new power supply. Okay, and it's designed in case the customer has to change it. It can plug in. It's a standard power supply 9-pinner, so the customer himself can change it down the road should it go bad or when it goes bad or whatever. Look, the battery in the corner, Frank. Good, he's zooming in. Yes, that's Frank's.
I didn't have any materials to make any more boards. So
well, that was his idea. We had that on there, so yeah, we don't have one of those yet. Now, we've taken all the chips out, cleaned up all the sockets, we squirted them with. Oops. Yes, I saw. I fixed it. As soon as I heard the movement from your hand, I knew I was using the wrong finger, Frank. We've squirted cleaner, a contact cleaner into all these.
Squirted bearing grease in there.
We also reheated all these connections. And look, these are all new capacitors on our soundboard. This customer is going to have no problem because we also changed the flyback. We put all new capacitors, and gosh, I don't think you can see it, but we changed one of the resistors back there. That's that weight thing. Can you see it? Anyway. Frank, can you see that? I'm afraid I'm going to get a shock.
Hold on, get your hand in there.
I'm not going to do the shock joke. God, it's beautiful. Here, quick, because we got to go next door. I'm going to show you how great I am playing this game. I'm not too great, am I? You know, actually, I couldn't play this for crap.
What game can you play?
I can play a lot of games, Frank. What a great game. This customer is going to be very happy. You know, Frank, we should go next door and show you Metallica. We just opened this Metallica out of the box. Going out tomorrow. We had just enough time to check it. Oh, Frank, I could do my favorite.
Come.
Ah, look. This is out for free. We put a post on Craigslist. Free air hockey. A television. That's out for
free
the recyclers.
Dumpster.
It's for the recyclers. Look. Our final
free Acura
load. Here's my. That's a roof load. That's the
free delivery truck.
We're finishing my roof, Frank. 2 more weeks, he told me. 2.5 months in the making. We need to turn this light on.
How long is it going to take?
2 more weeks.
How long do you think all that'll take?
2 weeks.
Really?
When I do get the permits, how long will the job take?
2 weeks.
Any idea when you're going to be finished here?
2 weeks.
How long will it take to put this place together?
2 weeks.
They've been working on it 2.5 months, I think, right? Look at this beautiful Metallica. Well, they were doing the final check, and look, adult language.
That means you can't play it.
No, you can't. I can't, that's for sure.
I should never put balls in it. So.
You never put the balls in.
I'm sorry, I'm doing 20 other things.
Well, look at how beautiful this is. Aren't these machines gorgeous when they're brand new? They're really nice. And we think our customer, he left the glass off. We just popped in the new code. See, they use the same cell and battery holder. Actually, it's a larger one. But a great way to keep your game from losing. Frank, you can't talk to me this way. I own you. I own you.
Yeah. The only thing you own is that food and crusted shirt.
Be that way. Now look, there's a wonderful Defender right there. It's got a little tilt to it. Oh, that's not going to work, is it?
Should we throw it off the roof?
Yes, we could, but we won't do that. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. Kurt is busy doing the final adjustments on this dual game. NBA, NFL.
It's right in front of you. You can't read it? Come on.
You know we sold a lot of these? This is a really great game because you can play 2 different games. I'm going to show you some neat things about it. We put a brand new plexiglass shield to cover where all the joysticks are and buttons, okay? All new buttons, obviously, but inside I wanted you to see what's going on. These are solid state joysticks. They call them 49-in-1 joysticks. They have this beautiful movement to them. They all plug into this board, which changes the signals to like regular switches, so switch inputs. So there are a total of 6 plugs. We've marked them all, 1 through 6. We should have marked them like 1 and then skip 2 and then have 4. And
You're confused enough as it is.
yeah. All right, look. 4 here and 2 here to plug into the board. And then this whole control panel comes off just by removing these 4 screws, 2 and 2. Whole panel comes off so you can get it into your room with no problem. So it's very easy, and then you can fold it right back on. New purple T-molding. Come back here, Frank.
Camera makes it look
As you
slow.
pass, you can notice the high gloss, new black side paint. The bottom's been, all the repairs have been done. We also put in the new flat caster, so if they move it down the road, it won't show any marks of ugliness. Look, new power supply, computer grade, easy to change down the road should it fail. Logic board's over here on the side. Now look what we've done. You see that? Flash card gets rid of the crusty, rusty old hard drive. Hard drives, baby, are a thing of the past. 7,000 chassis, Wells Gardner, best monitor on planet Earth. And now, all of our, I think we pointed it out, all of our Wells Gardners we sell, we put a brand new flyback in addition to all the capacitors, and we reheat everything. That monitor, Frank, is going to last for another 20 years.
It better.
It will. We also put in a new fluorescent light. I wanted to show you something. Now, what are you doing, Wallace? He's fresh. You're going to see this soon. This is a 2-wheel off-road. I wanted to show you something about the great adjustments on these games. Inside the front door is a switch. When you flip it electronically, I love saying that, Frank. It goes into
You
this.
say it 50 times a video.
Now, we have to wait 5 seconds before it lets us go into our pricing and such. All right, now, press any button. Now we're going to go right into Diagnostics. Now look, I'm doing everything from this player here. Our monitor setup, system, disk test. Well, we don't have to worry about disk tests anymore, do we? No disk. But the switch test, that's the important one. We enter by pushing the red button, and then on the telescreen, I love saying that, you can move everything to see if all the buttons are working. See? The pass to, the shoot to, see? All working. And look, press both these two buttons at the same time. When we exit, we go into the dip switch, speaker test, whatever. You can set your volume, see, a track volume level. So, do we want it up or do we want it down? What do you think? Too loud? Yeah, let's
Full
leave it
blast.
there. No, we don't want a full blast. That'll upset them. That'll upset them. Okay. Now we'll go into the volume level of the game. Same level. Good. I'm happy with that, Frank.
We're glad you're happy.
Now, to exit, we have to flip the switch down. And then we have to push one of these buttons. And look, instantly, it's checking everything one good time. And you know what the nice thing is? There's no hard drive. There's a faster load. Faster load in. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's done. And now, listen. Got to get this shipped out. You're coming any minute to pick it up. I want to take you up front into the kitchen. We decided to clean our motion clocks and motion lamps that we have in the party room. And I said, hey, this would be really neat for you guys to see the insides of these 1940s and 50s things. Let's go up front. This is called a motion clock. It was made early 50s. It's very heavy by a company called United, now long bankrupt. They lost everything. I guess I won't try calling them on the phone, but I thought you might like to see the insides. We now oil them because we have them on a lot. Fishing Real Oil seems to do stuff. Yes. And you can see now, I wanted to show you, here's the clock motor. Frank, that clock motor is now 60 years old and it's still running. The original clock motor. That's not actually, that's pretty crappy. I'll be impressed when it hits 100 years.
You won't live to see it.
Oh! Wait a minute, I'm 60 now. I'm possibly the age of this clock.
Yeah, but the clock looks
Look at the construction. Look at the, see all metal? It's just as heavy as can be. Anyway, this lever here stops the action. It moves this wheel that spins in and out, and it uses one of the standard 7 watt. There we go. One of the 7 watt bulbs, and there's always a push button to turn it on and off. So you can stop the sound of that. It makes the gentlest sound spinning. If you don't want the, as they call it, the action. You can find these on eBay between $25 and I guess $100. The effect is quite good. Doesn't it look like a burning stove? Just don't try to use this for a regular timekeeper. We turn this on and off with the birthday party, so we don't let it run around the clock. Around the clock. Now I want to show you a motion clock, because we took this apart to clean it. This was made in the 50s, the Flying Geese, and it's rather interesting because motion clocks consist of programs. Unlike the motion clocks, or motion lamps, I'm saying motion clock, motion lamps of today, which just is a spinning disc. There's actually 3 parts to the older ones. That's they call this the program. Okay, this is the spinning disc. Okay, and then here is a clear bulb. These only work with clear bulbs, no bigger than 40 watts. We will burn it. Okay, so you put a 40 watt bulb in. Oh, and here's the only maintenance. I already put fishing machine oil right in the turner, and it sits on this little point. Okay, now if it doesn't spin, then it means you have to make a slight adjustment or bend. But you could see it was really moving along at a great clip earlier. Do I have it on the thing? There we go. Now the other part is the outside here. You can see the surface, and this is literally the movie screen. So when you put this on, obviously we're going to have to start her up again. you get this terrific effect. Isn't that neat? Well, you're not going to see it now. Let me move it over a little bit. Yes, there we go. So obviously, once you get it set up, you may have to do a little shifting to get your effect of those delightful geese flapping away. Let me turn off the overhead lights, because you can see it a little better this way. Isn't that sharp? Pretty good stuff, huh? Now this clock, it's more, or this, I keep calling it a clock, this rarer. Probably sells between 100 and 200.
I'm Ed Bassmaster's illegitimate son.
Now listen.
Are you doing a video? And I just interrupted?
No, that little red light.
It wouldn't be so
there,
bad if you didn't have pizza in your hand.
Good.
Now, do you remember this? He's from Pizza Slut, and you didn't bring a pizza with you.
I can go get one.
You're supposed to come.
One would
here
be enough for
with
him.
pizza.
What about the rest of us?
You're supposed to come here with pizza.
Maybe two.
Worthless,
All right,
useless.
I'll let you guys do your video. I feel bad now. I didn't know you guys
Don't
were...
feel bad at all.
No, we're holding the camera. We just stand around here. Just
We're rehearsing.
Is that all you do all day, though? Videotape
that's
yourself?
all we do.
All right, I will say hello to Kurt.
Yes. Okay. And lastly, Frank, I want to show you Mastercrafters clock. This was made in the 50s. This is called the Church. And you see, look, he's ringing the bell, and the bell is actually moving. Isn't that neat? This piece of glass here in the front. You can see the rope moving. Isn't that sharp? Now, cleverly, I have the back open so you can see the mechanism. I just put our oil in it. Fishing oil, see? Quite clever. That little motor is still running after 60 years.
That's it.
60 years. You put a little drop of oil there. Now, here's there's the bulb, and of course there's an on-off switch. A bulb. So you turn it on and off. Now, here's the neatest thing about Mastercrafters. Now, I will tell you, Mastercrafters completely disappeared off the face of the earth about 1969. It made clocks from, I think, the late 30s or 40s to 69. They made dozens of them. I used to collect these on a regular basis, and this one's actually for sale. We're listing it on GreedBay or ePay, or whatever you want to call it. FeePay, yes. Now I want you to look at the original label, made in Chicago. Now notice it says model number 560. 560. Every single Mastercrafters clock, from the first to the last, the numbers of the model number add up to 11. 5, 6, and 0. It's 11. So they have a 92, model 92, 11. Every single clock. It must have been the owner of Mastercrafters' lucky number, I guess, 11. So it's been fun. People actually explore and collect Mastercrafters. A wonderful clock. It still works. And they clean up pretty nice. So, somebody, Sam Similian, who has SMS Novelties, there we are, there. He actually wrote a book about motion lamps and motion clocks. It's out of print now, and I understand the copies are expensive, but he sells these on a regular basis. Lots of motion clocks you can look at. Sam and Anna, wonderful couple, and they said they explored thoroughly to try to find the mystery of 11 and something about the company, and nothing could be found. The only thing they found about the company was on a faded painted wall in Chicago, the remains of a sign that was painted on the side of the building that said Mastercrafters Factory or something, and it's actually in their book. Isn't that something? The history of the Mastercrafters. You know what, Frank? If people like this, hit the like button. We'll do more motion clocks. But I have one. I'm keeping mine. This is an extra, so I'm selling this one. You don't expect me to sell my collection, do you? Anyway. Frank, I think I've had just about enough, and I hear the closing music already. So, without any ado, I want to fade away.
knife. Now get out!